y'all waiting on, baby? Seafood fries, seafood egg rolls, kitty wings, and a seafood burger? Stop playing. Y'all know what it is.
Better say that right now. Better say that.
Nigga, I want some views on my shit too, nigga. Talk about you got the stream already up. Okay. I have mine up too. Shit. See we go. It better not be fucking snowing and shit.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Giants and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
I'm not sure exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room, but that's a yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and a change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they're getting started.
On first down, Elliott. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Off play action, Elliott. It's caught at the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Touchdown, Giants! From 6 yards away. And the Giants are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Giants 7, Browns nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Back to throw, Watson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Giants 14, Browns nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you... And I think the ball's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase. That we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And the Giants first down.
Operating from the gun. Elliott got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
Makes the score Giants 21, Browns nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing on third down, Watson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. With it is Brown. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To throw on 3rd down, Elliott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
24 down, he's coming. 24. Hey, 31. Alert.
They run it again with Chubb. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Azeez Ojulari
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards.
That also leads to 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now.
For the Browns.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And the tight end goes in motion left.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. In motion goes the tight end. Off the play fake, Elliott. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Back to throw, Elliott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Elliott. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. To throw on second down, Elliott. And his throw here's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
On third down, Elliott. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And some space here. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 49 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Throwing on first down, Elliott. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Giants. Keenan Allen, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14.
14. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, he's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. And it's a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Following the fumble recovery, Elliott throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Elliott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Elliott. Incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Giants 35, Browns 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
After the sack on first down, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
The tackle by Aaron Robinson.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
On the ready. Defense, let's go. Switch up, switch up. 60 back.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Elliott. Open man right side is St. Brown. Touchdown, Giants. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 29 yards. And the Giants are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
His kick is
Extra point
good.
try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half.
Browns 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
On the keeper.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
York able to send this one through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. That's out to the flat for Gordon. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, 31.
The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Elliott. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He gets it to Cooks. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Looking to throw. Elliott. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Off play action. Elliott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 48. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Taken from about the 12. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
In punt formation for the Browns.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st and 10, Elliott. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. Off the play fake, Elliott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Taken from about the 12. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know
that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Elliott. Allen has it, left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 28 yards. Complete to Keenan Allen.
On 1st down, Elliott. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Gano for the extra point.
Giants.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Giants 73. Browns.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And now off to the races, down the right side, past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. It's an 89-yard kick return. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Elliott. Caught by Allen.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 45 yards. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Elliott. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
18 more yards.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had several.
And my goodness, another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They go play action here on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Elliott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watson on first down.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Elijah Moore. A gain of 26
Now a
yards.
first down throw, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle.
Watson's pass complete to David Njoku.
And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.